We're seeing a huge shift right now at the moment in terms of people's behaviours in purchasing, how they consume. That creates a shift in dynamics around what you produce and in terms of supply chain. If we take, for instance, people are spending more time at home. So, where they would normally go out, eat at restaurants or have lunch at, fast food takeaway or in their local canteen, that no longer currently, it does exist, but it's been reduced to nearly nil at one point. And what complications does that create when you're a business and that's your main revenue stream?
Yeah. Well, a couple of things are in play here. First of all, consumer behavior changes after, on average, 66 days. So lockdown has been longer, of course, than 66 days. So people that started to have products sent at their home or have worked from home, as in your example, or started to cook themselves, with products that they would buy from either a retailer or a local farm shop or whatever, they developed a certain behavior. And since they've done that for a period longer than 66 days, lots of these changes are here actually to stay and become permanent. And one of those, obviously, is the fact that people go less out for dinner, less to the hospitality industry, if you like. Hence, restaurants will close down. Quite a few of the casual dining chains will disappear. They already were in trouble prior to COVID, but obviously COVID is pushing them over the edge. So there will be clearly far less demand in out-of-home consumption in terms of commercial catering, restaurants and the likes. But at the same time, because people don't go to the office anymore, all the office suppliers like Compass and Sodexo, all these companies that have actually a presence in office in catering or in managing the coffee corner or whatever they do, they will be confronted with maybe 30, 40, 50% less volume. Simple arithmetic. If instead of 5 days in the office, you're only 3 days in the office a week, you start consuming 40% less. So that will have an effect on what Mr. Compass or Mrs. Sodexo will sell. Hence, it will have an effect on what these companies will order from the breaks and the Bitfest and the likes. That will then, in turn, have a knock-on effect on the volume that these companies buy from producers, such as food producers like myself. So there will be a huge, decrease, if you like, in turnover in that particular supply chain. Nonetheless, we all eat the same, roughly, calories. So we will consume them somewhere else. And we will see that. We will see, therefore, that a lot of the home deliveries and the search of small corner stores, that will all continue because we will buy that, to consume at home. But it's not just the big companies. It's not just the large food service operators or the large catering companies. It's also the small sandwich stores in London just around the corner. Because, instead of 5 times a week, people come only to pick up twice a week a sandwich, right? So we will see a lot of these little places, little entrepreneurs, unfortunately be forced to close down their doors. And I was in London the other week, and if you walk around, you see already quite a lot of windows and doors closed, and I don't see them opening again. You see some of the chains being desperate. There is this coffee sign-up concept of Pret a Manger, where you get, as a heavy user, you get, for £20, you get all your coffees free for a month, which is a remarkable, and in my opinion, a weird way to attract new customers, because the only people that know that the promotion is on are already Pret consumers anyhow. These are also people that like their coffee, otherwise why would you sign up? And these are also people that are heavy users, because then it's, of course, beneficial to sign up for a program like that. So what they basically do now is, in sort of desperation of get more people, more footfall in the, in their stores, they give away a lot of free product to their most valuable heavy users, which in the end I hope for them it works out fine, but I don't see it happen. I don't see it working in all fairness. It's a desperate strategy.
Hearing a lot about this subscription-based economy, and investors really, that's what they want to see is repeat business. Do you think that that's the shift?
Yeah, I'm skeptic. I'm skeptical if you look at subscription models because, but there are quite a few. You have the HelloFresh of the world and the Blue Aprons, whatever. They have this particular model. But what you do see is that based on these models, they're able to attract a lot of funding from investors. But they spend the vast majority, 60, 70, 80% of that funding on marketing to attract new people, to increase their revenue and to increase the top line. The reason they have to do it is because of people actually walking away again from those companies, right? They subscribe, they get the products twice a week, but they use it only once and just, start stockpiling, and they don't know what to do with it anymore. There's a lot of waste. They have to throw it away. So this whole idea of subscription model is fantastic. I'm not so sure because the consumer doesn't want to be locked in. The consumer wants to have all the freedom to decide what and when to consume. And the subscription model doesn't help. And what you do see is that a lot of these companies actually work very, very hard to keep up with the subscribers that actually walk away. So I think a lot of the investors will be in for a negative surprise going forward.
Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for conversations just like this.